guys, it's Molly and Janelle from Two Moms and Two Gardens. I'm making elderberry syrup in my kitchen today.
Growing your own elderberry is pretty easy as well. Elderberries where we live grow almost as a nuisance. They're all in the woods and along the roadsides. And as elderberries grow, they produce side shoots. Those side shoots are very easy to take and root and to get an entirely new plant. We'll do a whole video on propagating elderberries, mulberries, and blueberries in the near future.
So these are elderberries from Food to Love. And we source these in the USA. Now, why do we want something sourced in the USA?
Well, we live here. So we like to source from our country of origin. Obviously, that's going to be the most economical and the best in terms of, like, you know, your whole carbon footprint and whatnot. Also, too, a lot of food that comes in from other countries is actually radiated. There are some brands that I have found that specifically say that their herbs are not radiated. This is a good example. This is a pretty reputable brand of medicinal herbs that you can purchase. They have their own website. They sell on Amazon. There's a lot of different places that you can buy this brand. But they specifically do say in their information that they're not irradiated. So keep that in mind when you are sourcing your elderberries. I could only find dried elderberries. Obviously, if you have your own plants or you have somewhere where you can go get fresh elderberries, that would be ideal. But these are dried and they are sourced from this country.
It's Food to Love, delicious and health. Now, I will say shipping will be less if you get dried elderberries compared to hydrated fresh elderberries. And I only know of getting fresh elderberries local because it's a very small berry. It does just naturally dry out very quickly. So real quick, let's talk about the medicinal properties of elderberry.
Molly and I have both used elderberries to treat cold and flus in our families for a number of years. I have predominantly just purchased elderberry syrup. Molly has made it in the past, but in terms of being more economical and doing more things on my own, and Molly likes to do the same, we're going to make it today. So Molly and I have been using elderberry for its medicinal properties to treat cold and flus in our families for a number of years. Elderberries are really an awesome food because they have a lot of antioxidant properties. If you're unfamiliar with what antioxidant properties really means, or you've heard it and you're like, yeah, cool, but you don't really know what it means, essentially an antioxidant is going to help neutralize free radical, oxidative stress, or inflammation. It can be referred to any of those three things. And it's going to help neutralize those things in your body. When your body is sick, you're going to have higher levels of inflammation as your body's trying to fight off whatever pathogen has come into your body. So elderberry is going to help neutralize some of that inflammation stress on your body that is being caused by your body fighting off the sickness.
So elderberries are really, really high in vitamin C, and that gives your body a one-up when you are fighting something like a bacteria or a virus. When you're taking vitamin C, a whole food vitamin C is more easily absorbed by the body than, say, just a supplemental form like a chewable vitamin C, or even like an emergency powder that you put in water. Something else about these berries is you notice the color of them. They're very, very dark. So when a food of any kind, whether it be a carrot or a tomato or a berry that is very, very dark, it means it is very high in anthocyanins. Anthocyanins make something very nutritionally dense. And that only enhances the antioxidant properties that Janelle talked about earlier.
And we encourage you to use what you have on hand too, rather than always running out to buy a bunch of stuff for specific recipes. We did purchase the elderberries. That's the only thing we actually went out and purchased for this recipe. We are using ground ginger. We just made fire cider and we used up all of our fresh ginger in that. The recipe calls for a cinnamon stick. We're going to use ground cinnamon and ground cloves. And of course, raw local honey. I would suggest buying raw local honey specifically for this if it's something that you don't already have on hand.
Why raw local honey?
It's not pasteurized.
It's not pasteurized. And you'll see it's darker. It's not cloudy, but it's dark. Maybe my jar is just sticky, but I have children. They also love honey.
If you're finding this video helpful, hit the like button. That helps the video get around to help more people. And if you're already subscribed to our channel, we appreciate you. If you're going to be serving this to children, put it in a squeeze bottle. Squirting a little bit in their mouth is much easier than trying to balance it on a spoon, because elderberries, just like blueberries, stain everything. Thank you for letting us share our passion with you. We'll see you tomorrow.